Guys, and welcome back to a very interesting topic, and that it's I'm talking about data mining. This I can give you a link exactly where I read right now. This has been posted by the Philip Molodkovts. Anyhow, this was on a couple days ago in 3rd April. So what is going on now? Before you go nuts, I'll explain you. Most likely in the next patch the submarines will come, yes, but they will only be for tier 6, and it's a special game mode. So you know, like you're playing, you know, coup battle, random battle, and clan battles, or you know, ranked spring or anything, another type of game mode. So you can choose to play regular random battle and nothing gonna happen. It's like today, you know. But if you so wish and want, you may play in this special game mode with submarines, but only tier 6 submarines in the first case. Over here, the Philip tell you, you know, there's only two nations. There will be the Germans and the US submarines at the first stage. As you can see here, U-61, U-119 and U-2501. But remember guys, at the first stage, first test phase for everyone, like in game client, it will only be available for tier 6. So overall, I would like to say, if you have a tier 6 ship, or probably even tier 7 ship, or tier 5 and so on. So I believe this is the stretch, tier 5, 6 and 7. That's the story. You're never gonna face a tier 8 and tier 10 submarines. So first stage, it's only for tier 6. And over here guys, it's that of course they have been tested in Halloween event, and there's a lot of information how to play and what is the reason of this speed. Remember that in this game mode you can never have too slow of a shift, because it will literally in real life took weeks and even months to engage your enemy. But there's a limitation about the speed, and how, you know, that's the reason they are way faster than in real life. You know, it is what it is guys. On the other hand, there is a very interesting topic about the counterparts and how to use your submarine, you know, how to ping and how to move, and it's a lot of information. Let's say if you are a slow target, how you use ping. And the thing is, of course, your if you can see here in the picture, your torpedo are going to home if you are hitting at least one. But on the other hand, if you're using this ping, it takes energy. You cannot just ping entire, you have to surface to reload your energy. And if you do that every time you're using this ping mode on the minimap, all enemy team know exactly where you are. They cannot see you, but they know exactly where on the map you are, and it says exactly what they are thinking, and how much energy you need, and what's going on. These different you know, types of consumables. And I would like to say that true guys, the battleships are probably the easier ones to pick, because they are slow, they move, but they doing like this wargaming that if you are slow like a battleship, you'll take less damage than, let's say, a fast cruiser or a destroyer. So in some way, I know it sounds kind of weird, but it in this article is showing you literally that if you have a fast ship, you will take more damage than, let's say, a battleship. And same story here, which speed you're going, you using your power, your energy stock. So let's say if you are selling, or diving, or I don't know to explain, a quarter, or you're using less energy, but if you're going half speed or full speed, you'll use more energy. And same story, every time you are using your ping, it takes energy, so you need to come to the surface, or at least to the telescope, to recharge that energy. You cannot just ping the entire game. It's never gonna happen. Same thing with your speed. So you don't have any oxygen problem, but you do have this your battery energy charging system, ping and moving ahead more than a quarter of the speed. So yeah, it is a little bit balancing factor. And something else is that there's two ways you can trying to home for your ping your enemy, and easier to hit your enemy target. On the other hand, if you don't aim a damn thing, you don't use your ping, you'll actually make more damage, but then the torpedo will go straight, so you have no so if the enemy surface ship are, let's say, turning, then your torpedo will just pass by, or you know what I mean. So there is a different kind of weird stuff going on, but it's easier to ping your enemy. You have two pings. If you do that, the torpedo are guiding to the ship, so it's much harder to avoid the incoming torpedo. But on the other hand, the light cruisers and destroyers, they do have these options, or the opportunity to spot the destroyer. But not just them, every single ship which they have spotter planes. Yes, everyone who has a catapult or spotter plane can also detect the submarines. So not just destroyers and cruiser have this option to deal with but also for battleship. Once again, guys, I have no idea if you're a battleship how you can harm, how can you kill a submarine. For me, that this article does not say, but you'll somehow receive less damage if you're a battleship. Same torpedo hit, same submarines. If you are being hitting to let's say a destroyer cruiser, you take more damage. So over here it's saying a lot of stuff about how to do it, and I would like to say that the death charger are manual, so you can not just spend the entire game death charge. You have a limitation. It's like playing a torpedo. There's a cooldown how fast the torpedo reload are to your enemy. Same story it's with death charges. You have a limitation how many you have, and also the cooldown after you're using them. So there it's a balancing factor, you know what I mean. But overall, I would like to say there's still a lot of question about CV versus submarines. I have no idea how how you deal, if the carrier will be any good or bad. It does not say anything in this article. I just have if somehow the planes actually have opportunity to spot the destroyer, but how death, or if it's just which you have different kind of under the water, you have different kind of level, surface, and then you have the telescope depth, and you have a middle and very deep down depth. So I don't know which one you as a CV or catapult fighters can spot the submarines. So there's still a lot of question, but I do believe it's trying to go this slowly with only tier 6, and you, my dear subscriber, have an opportunity to play in this mode, or play just random battle without any submarine whatsoever. So it's a very careful decision from Wargaming to only put the tier 6 one. So over here you definitely see the death charge, guys. Even here it's not a clear cut because you can also choose which death, you know. There are also 3 different kind of death charges. I'm talking about the you know, how deep they will explode. So there is a lot of question about this mode, how you deal with submarines and so on. So yeah. But guys, nonetheless, I will give you a link below and even more other information about some other pages that is definitely here. The next patch are coming, but once again, only for tier 6 and only if you so wish and want to play this game mode. I believe it's interesting. I very much would like to say how destroyer are doing versus submarine, how much damage you can do. We don't know exactly, but I have this gut feeling that the submarine will do huge amount of damage versus destroyers, because in the previous the destroyers and some light crews, they have a very easy way to deal with submarines. Now I have no idea. I do believe it's a very interesting to see this engagement. Let me know also in the comment below, are you looking forward the submarines, or do you think it's not healthy for the game? Very much would like to hear from you. So guys, subscribe to my channel, leave your comment below, and always captains, fair seas, and goodbye.